Welcome to How Now, the podcast where we talk about how to live in the now. And here's your host, Kim Martin Raymond.
Peace and blessings, love and light, and welcome to another edition of the How Now podcast, where we talk about how to live in the now. I am your host, Kim Martin Raymond. I'm a minister, spiritual life coach, author, and founder of Redefining You, LLC, where I help my clients to realign themselves, mind, body, and spirit. And welcome to this edition of the show. And if this is your first time listening, please go to our website, www.hownowpodcast.com, and make sure that you like, follow, and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Or you can also look at the podcast platforms that we have available and click on your favorite one so you can listen in to shows that you may have missed and that you can be notified for shows that are coming up. So again, that is www.hownowpodcast.com. So let's get started with today's show. Last week we had our guest Crystal Blade from the J Blade Ranch come and talk about how she went from being a full-time accountant to being the owner and proprietor of 9 acres of land here in Ellenwood, Georgia, in metropolitan Atlanta, where she has activities and where they are looking to start a farmer's market where they'll be growing produce, where they house animals, and where they house trucks for people in the local area. So there are a lot of things going on here at the J Blade Ranch, and today we have an opportunity to tour the ranch and to see what's going on, what's happening here in the metropolitan Atlanta area. So we'll be getting started shortly, and just gonna ask you guys to sit back, relax, enjoy this time with us as we explore the J Blade Ranch. Okay, I am back and I am joined by the beautiful Miss Alice Jackson. She is the mother of Crystal Blade and Jared Blade, and she spends a lot of her time here at the ranch. And so we're happy to have you on the show. Happy that you are here and grateful for all of the wonderful work that you're doing here at the ranch. And so what do you have going on here today?
Well, today we have a pool area that we covered, just trying to make sure that was all safe and everything so nobody would go in there. But we had an event and they needed a stage, so we added some wood to it and made it a stage. And so now we're refreshing that and to repaint it and get it ready for the next event and just kind of stabilize things even better. So,
very good. So as y'all can see,
be safe.
Yeah, as you can see right here, they have covered that pool area, and she's got 2 of her wonderful nephews here helping out. You know, it's a family affair here, and so they're out here getting the stage set up. Wave at us, guys. How you doing? They are out here and they are making it happen. Okay, so excited that Alice is here and that she's joining us. Like I said, she is a big part of making sure that, you know, things are running here smoothly on the ranch, and you know, has putting her hand to the plow, and we're grateful for that.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
And so, like I said, I just wanted to get Alice on camera because Alice is awesome. She is a dear friend, and you know, she's going to be here if you want to come out, if you want to look into volunteering or you know, finding out more about services. You're going to see her face here.
We need lots of these.
Lots of hands, y'all. Okay, lots of play clothes. All right, so make sure you come out and make sure that you are ready. Hold on a second, because we've got some horses. Hold on a minute. I don't know if you can see them over there, but there are some horses that are out there running around. Okay, because Crystal just pulled up and I know that they're looking for her. They're like, hey, wait a minute, Mama's home. So they are moving around. Like I said, there are acres of land here, so there's a lot of land here that's going to, you know, be explored today. So we're excited about that. So again, sit tight, we'll be back. While we were waiting for Crystal to arrive, a dove appeared, and her cousin said that he had been there since yesterday. A beautiful sign. And then we also had a few of the horses to come into the corral, and they were anxiously awaiting Crystal's arrival too. Awesome stuff. And we are back with the owner and proprietor of the J Blade Ranch, the beautiful Miss Crystal Blade. Like I said, we had an opportunity to meet her mom just a few moments ago. And now we're going to get ready to go on our tour of this 9 acres of land that she has here in Ellenwood, Georgia, in metropolitan Atlanta. And guess what? We're going to be riding on this bad boy right here behind us, this ATV back here. I am so excited. She has gassed it up. We are ready, and we're going to get started in just a few minutes. So sit back, relax, and we'll see you soon. All right, we're looking right here. Crystal is getting everything ready. She's getting things gassed up. So that way we are ready to ride. We don't run out of gas because it's going to be a long walk back. Let me tell you about how my legs, I'm too old. So, yeah, I'll be standing right out there until she came back and got the gas. But, yeah, she's getting things ready so that we can go on our adventure. So, again, you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. All right. We're going to get started. All right. And here we go. All right, now where do I'm going to be right behind you.
I think you're ready to ride.
All right, hold on now. Look. I didn't want to, I wanted to make sure I was holding on because she said we could get injured, okay?
Yes.
52-year-old Kim will fall off this bike and I will be in somebody's hospital for 6 to 8 weeks.
We don't need those problems.
We don't need those kind of problems. So guess what? We will be traveling throughout, but we will be stopping and doing the recording once we have safely stopped the vehicle. We will not be doing any moving pictures because I don't want to get hurt.
That's right.
And I don't want her to get hurt either, okay? Right. We got things to do. We got
I'm going to cruise,
people to take care of.
I'm going to go slow.
We're going to cruise. All right, guys. We'll see you soon. We were getting ready to take off, and look who came to see us.
Hey, Bo.
That's Bo the horse.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. Okay, we ain't even go anywhere yet, and we already. We're seeing the animals. And what's the name of the horse that's over there behind us?
That's LaFaye.
All right.
We call her Faye.
All right, and there goes Faye in the corner, all right? So we are ready. All right, here we go.
Okay. So the goal for this area here is to become a muscadine vineyard. We're going to utilize the fence and plant muscadines alongside it and allow for people to eventually come out and get baskets and be able to pick their own muscadine.
Nice.
And then also make our own J Blade wine.
Ooh,
Muscadine wine. So it may take a moment to see that flourish, but stick around and you know, we can show you better than we can tell you.
All right.
That is the goal here.
Yes, here we go.
This is again another work in progress, but it is known as our beauty spot.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to beautify this with flowers. We're going to make it decorative with some of the natural doors and decor in the back, and just really use some natural ambiance, but make it really beautiful and pop with a lot of color. And it's a chill spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. And there again we have Miss Alice and her nephews who have been working on the stage that's over in this area.
So this is our stage area, and this was a pool.
Right.
We have covered the pool and closed it off, and we are turning it into a performance area. So we've got the stage and the DJ booth, and then this here will become, in front of the stage, will become beauty spot as well. So we're looking to plant some beautiful flowers or greenery that comes back every year and just keeps this area looking really nice.
Awesome.
We've had a few concerts out here already, and it works really well.
Awesome. And now see some of the seating out here. So that's nice as well.
And then there's a smaller stage in case you want to be a little bit more intimate. So maybe your poetry nights, things of that nature.
Spoken word. Nice.
Classroom setting for students if we ever want to do different workshops and we want them to be in the outdoors arena.
Very nice. Very nice.
As you can see, the barrels line this area because when we do the intimate events on this side of the land, sometimes we do a bonfire field. So we will stack the barrels with wood, and we have somebody that makes sure that they're lit as well as safe throughout the event.
Okay, so yeah, I see them. We've got quite a few out there. A few in the barrels. All right.
So in part of our cleanup around here, when large limbs fall on the ground, we store them over here in order to use them for the barrel.
Gotcha. And you can see some of the cars that are out there. Because like I said, we are in the metropolitan Atlanta area. We're in an area of Georgia called Ellenwood. And so you're seeing some of the traffic. Just to let you know that this is an area that is, still heavily populated.
Yes, so this area here we actually use for parking, for when we have our events. When we have parking attendants that make sure that cars are capitalizing on the space and as many cars can fit in as safely as possible.
Absolutely.
So we use this side of the land as well as this side.
And we use this side as well.
Now typically on this side is where our trucks are parked. So if we have box trucks or tractor trailer trucks, they may be parked over here.
Okay.
For events is this area here.
Okay.
So again, our attendants will make sure that the cars are parked safely and that we capitalize on our space. So these 3 tanks were already here. These are propane tanks.
Okay.
And we, again, as I mentioned in the first interview, we repurposed everything.
Yes.
So I had the inspectors come out, take a look at the tanks. 2 of them were good to be utilized while 1 is not. And so my uncle is a welder, and he's gonna look into turning it into maybe a grill, or
nice.
using it for some dual purpose for sure.
Absolutely, it's all about repurposing, and just like you said, teaching conservation and what we can do to utilize things that are out here in our community, things that are out here, so that way they're not being wasted. So that's awesome.
Right.
That's
right.
awesome.
This is our J-Blade breezeway. At night, these little lights, they light up. They're solar.
Okay, see them there.
And it's a really nice path to walk through during the day or the evening.
Yes.
We've got bamboo on the land.
Okay.
That at some point we're gonna, try to figure out what we're gonna do with that. Whether it's just leave it for beauty, or if there are certain textiles or I don't know what we can use it for.
Right.
But we know that there is an additional purpose for this bamboo.
Awesome.
Here we're headed towards our barn, the J-Blade barn. This is where the cowboys hang out. This is where the horse boarding takes place.
Okay.
There are stalls on the inside. This is what we call our boom boom room.
Okay.
And this is kind of where, again, they hang out. They, burn fire here in the barrel, maybe cook on the grill.
Okay.
And let their horses kind of run around. They feed them and just enjoy themselves on the land.
Okay, awesome.
Now the goal for this area where the mulch is to eventually build a athletic gym.
Okay.
Where we're going to be utilizing Jared's equipment, because I mentioned that he was an athlete,
right,
as well as a personal trainer, a fitness personal trainer. So we are prepping the land. We had to get the trees cut down, and again, come back and maybe it'll be done by the time you arrive.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
So inside here, if you can't see really good, I don't know if you want to walk in there, but there are horses in there.
Okay. Well, let's take a little. Let's take a little pause for the cause, and we're gonna go in and into the barn and see what we can see. Okay, so here we go. All right, here we go.
Yes. So here's our first horse that's boarding here.
Okay.
Hi. How you doing today?
I don't know if you can see it. There goes his eyes. He's right there. Hey there. Okay.
Second horse. Okay. Hello.
Oh wow, they're beautiful.
Yeah, they're big.
Beautiful. Hey there. Yes, you're on camera. Oh, and there goes the third.
Our last one.
Wow. Wow. Yes.
So
this
we
is
are
beautiful.
prepping the other stalls to get ready. We have about 5 more horses that should be moving in a month.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
so there's work to do, and we're getting it done, you know.
That's it.
One step at a time.
That's it. But it's wonderful to see the process, you know, and to
Yes.
be able to see things come into fruition, you know, from a space that started out with absolutely nothing on it, you know, to being able to clear the land and to start seeing things being repurposed.
So back here, all of this was woods.
Okay.
And my uncle, Uncle Ronnie, he is an explorer, and he was going through the woods, and he found this structure.
Wow.
Now, it didn't look like this. Again, we repurposed it. But the certain beans and certain things were actually here. It
Wow.
wasn't this big. I guess it was just from here back.
Okay.
And then we extended it and
Wow.
added the rest.
Wow.
But it actually was something here. It was a structure, and it gave us the idea to say, oh, we could build a barn here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like I said, to see it turn it from something that small into this huge structure. Look at how awesome this
Land, I
is.
did not even know this was back here.
Wow.
We could not, what we're getting ready to ride through, none of this could happen a couple of years ago. All of this was trees.
Wow.
Like a forest.
Wow.
Everything, all the gravel, everything this was all trees.
Wow. Wow.
So we purchased different materials, trying to call it an organized chaos.
That's right.
Because it is a farm.
Yes.
So
Yes.
these are materials that some of them were used on the stage today.
Okay.
Some of these pieces of wood that we purchased along the way.
Yes.
And the piles will become lower and lower and lower.
Right,
And at
right.
some point they'll be gone because
That's
we will
it.
have put them to work.
To use.
To use.
Okay.
That's
Like
right.
you said, everything is about repurposing. So like I said, you've got this beautiful barn. You've got the supplies and things that you need. So this is awesome.
This area will become like a hot sauna. So
Ooh.
we're gonna have. I'm trying to think of the proper term. It slips my mind right now. But like a sweat lodge.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
it'll be a place of tranquility, but those people will be able to come in and kind of sweat it all out. It has the
Wow.
rocks in there
Yes.
that heat up.
Yes.
There's a whole community of individuals that enjoy that.
That's
And
it.
so again, I cleared that, and we brought the mulch in because of dual purposes. Number one, we use it on different areas of the land and the
Yes.
farm, but also it keeps the grass and the trees from growing back up after getting the
Gotcha.
land cleared. Because I learned the hard way, I clear an area, and if we don't jump on the project right away,
Right.
then it becomes a forest all over again.
That's right.
And then I have to pay and clear it again. So this mulch or
Yes.
these wood chips actually
Right.
helps with that.
Right. But that's awesome, you know, and it's wonderful to have this amount of acreage to be able to do various things on. So that's the part that's exciting, you know. I mean, to have the sweat lodge and to be able to have a barn here and to have the animals around and the tranquility even in this space. You know, you can hear a few of the cars off in the distance, but it's far enough away that you still feel like, you know, it's a tranquil place or a space away from,
Exactly.
you know, the hustle and the bustle that's just beyond that gate.
Exactly.
All right. Wow.
So the barn actually is on a slope.
Okay.
It's at the bottom of a slope.
And here's the
In
back
learning
part of the
land
barn.
The hard way. We
Uh-huh.
learned that the water, when it rains really, really rough,
Oh.
it comes down
comes
and
down.
it was flooding our barn.
Oh,
And
wow.
so we had these trenches dug last year
Okay.
that will allow us to put piping and be able to offset
Yes.
some of the water.
Yes.
Okay, but
And
I
that's
didn't
going
know
to be
that.
key.
I didn't have a clue.
The learning curve is real.
Yeah, it's super real. I was so excited. We built the barn, we opened it, and then there was a big rain that showed us that there's more work to be done.
That's it. That's
so
it.
this year, the plan is to go ahead and get that piping so that we can get the rest of the horses in those stalls.
Right. That's it. It's all about safety. Like you said, it's a learning curve. It's a learning experience when you're doing something that you're unfamiliar with. But again, loving the fact that you're open to, you know, what's going on, and open to saying, okay, there's things that I don't know.
Right.
And we make sure that we find people who can, you know,
Yes.
that
Resources and networking.
that's it.
And verbalizing your needs, which is kind of even why I'm sharing what the plans are, because there may be someone who watches this that's capable or knows someone that they can refer our way. I don't have everything figured out, and I still have a lot of work to do. So, you know, feel free to contact us and let us know what you are knowledgeable about. There'll be a tack room for each stall, and as the horse boarders board, they'll have their food and they'll be able to take it in.
Perfect. And like I said, it's right across here from the barn. And so, you know, again, every area has a purpose. Every area is being utilized, you know, to its capacity. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Like you said, 9 acres is a lot of land. It's a lot of land. All right, so we're going to jump back on and continue. This is so exciting. This is exciting. All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
All right, so we're leaving the barn area, and this is just part of the trail that we've created for horseback riding, for ATV riding. And that's the breezeway area where we were.
Okay.
Now this is the area where we're considering doing camping.
Okay.
So maybe some, you know, some different tents or area RVs or something to where people can come and camp on the land and stay overnight. And so we'll be clearing that out. I'm sure when you come back, it won't look like this.
Okay, awesome.
As you can see, let me back up a little bit. We've already got some gravel right there. So we've got one coming within a month. Time.
Awesome.
Okay?
Yes. It's like you said, there's always something to do. There's never a dull moment.
If anyone ever says, do you need any help? I'm like, yeah.
All the time, okay?
All the time.
Standing order. It's a standing order.
So we're going to come around this way first on the trail. And this is where we house our chickens. When they first get here, and if they're chicks or babies, we house them here, and then they kind of grow and go to the next location.
Okay.
We bring them in this little cage.
Okay.
Then we transfer them there.
Okay.
And after this is our newest chicken pen.
Okay.
So these chickens I'm about to show you will eventually move in here in the next few weeks.
Okay.
And we'll just continue to get more.
Awesome. Uh-oh, there they are.
We've got four hens and 1 cock.
Okay.
And we've got eggs over there.
Okay.
Can you see them over in the corner?
There are eggs over there in the corner.
I didn't bring my basket to pick them, but they are delicious brown eggs, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, these ladies put out about anywhere from 6 to 10 eggs a week, sometimes more.
Wow.
But we're definitely averaging 10 a week.
Wow.
And so as we grow, we'll have a whole lot more. And as they're in a bigger space and they're able to move more, they'll produce more. So
wow.
Yeah, we're working on
So they made their debut. Nice to meet you guys. Awesome.
This is just more trail. Just gonna be careful because we're gonna run over this. So this is the cool part about an ATV. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we can go through rough terrain.
Okay. All right. I was concerned.
Yeah.
I was looking like, now wait a minute.
Yeah, these tires can take it.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna come and look back around.
Okay.
I'm giving you a little speed now. How do you like
All right. I'm loving it. I am loving it.
All right, so this is our pasture.
All right.
So this pasture is probably a couple of acres itself. It cuts down on the 9. But we have 3 goat pens within this area. So you're looking at the first goat pen, then there's a middle one, and then there's one at the top.
Okay.
And we did that because, again, when the moms have their kids, which are the baby goats, and we'll see some in a minute. You want to separate them so that they're getting their food and the larger goats aren't bullying them and eating, and then they're not getting their nutrients.
Yes.
So these are things, again, I learned. And that's my uncle. Hey,
Uncle! I was saying,
And my uncle is here. We're going to get to see my uncle, guys.
Yes.
The man who started it all. Uncle, you're on camera.
Welcome to the How Now podcast. Nice to meet you. We know you've had a lot to do with, helping to keep things going here at the ranch, and we thank you for that. It's a pleasure to meet you. Yes. Well, y'all doing a magnificent job. We thank you for your service, for all that you're doing in this community. Yes.
I don't know if you want to take
They
a
are
look,
so cute.
Look at them.
Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna hop off.
I'm not gonna take you over there, but I'll let you hop off.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let's see if my legs. We have to make sure that my legs are working. Look, there goes a friend. Hey, friend.
So she just had the two little brown ones.
Oh, they are adorable.
April.
Yes.
She's friendly, but she's also the alpha female here.
Oh, wow.
So she can.
I just zoomed in on the little ones there so we can see them there.
And the little black kid is this one's baby. With the orange collar.
Yes.
So
oh my
those
goodness.
were all born just last month.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're brand new.
Wow.
But they're already getting pretty big, aren't they?
Yes, they are. All right, look, they came out walking, okay?
So Uncle Ronnie is feeding up. Is what
Okay.
he's doing right now, making sure, because they've eaten all the vegetation.
Right. As y'all can see, they're very good for clearing land.
Yes.
And I was mentioning to Crystal that when I worked for the school system, we had some forested area behind one of the schools that I worked at, and they had the goats. They had like little salt licks, and then what they did was they allowed them to clear the land, and that's what they did. They're very good for clearing land and clearing spaces like this.
And that's what we're utilizing them for.
Oh yes.
Some of it I cut down, and the rest I allow them to feed because they do need to eat.
That's it. So and then you see Uncle over
in that
there.
second pen where he is now. And we don't have any in the third pen yet, but we will soon.
Yes.
And these are the little houses that I was speaking about, that you have to clean out. So I had a farmer over here yesterday, our farm engineer. He came over yesterday and, just kind of cleaned it out with the poop and put new hay and bedding in there for them. So that and clean the water bowls, kind of scrub them.
That's it.
Just so that they can remain healthy.
Right, that's it. It's all about making sure that their environment is safe and that it's clean and that, they have everything that they need, the nutrients and things that they need. So this is awesome.
So that side is where the goats are, and then this side of the pasture is where we house the horses.
Oh, okay.
Now the plan, the goal is for this to actually eventually look just like that green lawn out there.
Gotcha.
But right now we're having them to again eat and feed on this land, on this area. They're going to clear out a lot of it as they have over here.
Right.
So now when I have the bulldozers and the big trucks come over, it'll be it's easy for machinery anyway.
Right.
But why get rid of that vegetation when it can be food for them?
That's it.
It's less food that we have to purchase.
That's it.
Because that's the other thing, like how he's putting in hay, you have to purchase that. You have to purchase feed. And that's fine. But anything that you can allow them to eat that's natural, it saves you money, and they love it.
That's it.
That's
it. Again, the repurposing happens in various levels. So that's great. All of that greenery that you see over there is going to take place in this area over here, and it's going to be another good space for the horses to be able to have space to feed and to graze. Yes.
So
that's
again,
what's going to
all
happen.
this we're standing in, just like how this is all trees, all of this was trees.
Wow.
Everything you're standing, none of this
Wow.
was possible. So with the animals and with the large machinery, we have made space for us to be able to walk around, have nice events, and build areas for our livestock.
Awesome. Turn it on. All right.
So the pasture extends pretty far. Like I said, it's acreage itself. Because once we get it cleared, this will be the area where they graze, and they'll have plenty of grazing.
Right.
So you don't want to be skimped, for the animals, because as I mentioned, it's their food, and it allows us not to have to purchase quite as much.
Right. Right.
So
like you said, the more animals you have, the more you're going to need to feed them, so the more you're going to need, as much as you can get from nature. That's going to work in your favor.
So you see, so my Uncle Ronnie and volunteers built this pasture.
Nice. And that's no small feat. Like you said, when you're talking about that much acreage and you're talking about the fencing and things like that, all of it is inexpensive. The things that you can get to repurpose is perfect.
Yep. So along the back side, which is kind of what you can see from this angle, this is more of the repurposed fencing.
Okay.
This land used to be a old dog kennel, a multi-million-dollar dog kennel.
Wow.
It was massive.
Wow.
They trained the canine dogs for the police departments. It was like a doggy resort. It had that pool I spoke of.
Yes.
It was for dogs, and it was in the shape of a dog bone.
Okay.
The houses that the goats are using, those were dog houses, and I had them repurposed and used for the goats. So again, we're definitely saving money as much as we can.
Right.
But you always got to spend a little. That's for sure.
That's right.
So all this is part of the ATV trail when I give rides. You don't always have to stay on the gravel. You can go, like I said, in the terrain. I'm going to take you up and show you that. And even back down. Make it a little interesting. Yeah. That fence line with the birthday gift.
Oh, nice.
Originally it stopped, a little bit. You can kind of see it right there. And so we extended it and we put the gates up. All of that has been since those 2 years, 2020 and 2021.
Okay.
And just kind of made a better border and parameter for ourselves, for privacy, but also for the animals to stay within the parameters.
Absolutely.
So where we're riding now is our pathway, but up here you can have events. Right, lately we've been using it more so for parking. Again, we have our attendants, and they make sure that people are parking wisely and safely, because if not, they just come out here and do what they want, and you don't capitalize on the space as much.
Right.
So yeah, this is parking right for us. Over in here is where our garden is, or where we started it. I hate to keep saying it, there's work to be done. I just don't want people to think it's a done deal. It's all a work in progress. But as you can see, we are making moves. But we have 2 greenhouses that one of our partners, he pretty much runs this area, and he plants. We've had Brussels sprouts and lettuce, and we harvested yesterday. So Miss Kim, I will be giving you some of our harvest.
Awesome.
Yesterday we harvested lemongrass, orange peppermint, spearmint, and chives.
Nice.
And then we do have a few eggs over there that we're going to give you as well. I'll let you taste from the land. It's really going to be good.
Wonderful. Okay.
We lost a lot of our food over the winter just by not having a lot of hands on deck. So again, anyone who wants to come out and kind of help us get this community garden up and running, you will be able to partake from it.
Right. And just like you said in the interview, it's all about giving back to the community, and then having the community give back to you. And so when you come out and you help, you can say you had a hand in the things that were happening here. And when you bring your children, you're creating legacy. So when you bring your children out here and say, I helped plant some of those herbs or helped with the garden, the children get to see what it means to give back and what that looks like. So that's awesome.
And they'll be able to eat.
That's right.
They'll be able to eat some of the things that they partook in. So
that's it. We hear a lot about that during the pandemic, that people are, you know, planting their own community gardens and you know, having chickens and doing things like that. So that's awesome.
This is a worm hotel, those black stands. So
wow.
Worms, I learned, are actually very good for a garden. It means that your soil is rich and you actually want them. So we end up getting a worm motel. Isn't that something?
Okay. A hotel for worms. Who knew? Okay, I was today years old. Y'all heard me say that before.
Yes, all of this will become garden eventually as well.
Okay.
We dug all that out and kind of set it apart. So
awesome.
We'll put flower beds. Yeah. Or garden beds. Even these tires. These are like old tires. But what we're gonna do is maybe paint them. And then you can plant things in those.
Absolutely.
And just kind of place them throughout the land and give these big nice pops of color.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Alright. There goes on again.
Now this over here is a pen that we did not even know existed.
Okay. Just wanted to scroll back a little bit so we can see it a little better. Okay.
This is a pen we didn't know existed. It has 3 pens within it. But again, because all of this was trees, even where we're riding now, it was overgrown. Uncle Ronnie, doing his exploring, came and he found it. And it was so amazing. It was like a whole nother world. And so we put the animals over here, and that is why we're able to even ride and walk through here now. But I didn't, when we bought this land, we didn't even know this existed.
Wow.
So it's been hidden treasures all throughout the land. But there's one of the doors, and you can go in. That's the second pen.
Oh, okay.
So the goats started in there.
Awesome.
And then that's the third pen. They cleared all of it out.
Wow. But it's like you said, hidden treasures. You don't know when things are overgrown and you don't have an opportunity to clear it. You don't see what's there.
Right.
This is awesome.
So this is going to become our welding shop.
Okay.
Okay. My other uncle, Uncle James, he has a organization. It's called Just Make Life Count. And so he is using his craft, which is welding, and he's going to bring it over here, and we're going to make the grills that we talked about. We're going to have workshops to teach the community how to weld, and then they will be able to sell their products that they make, and a portion of their sales will come back to the land, and they get to keep the rest.
Wow. Wow, look at that.
To allow us to help us continue with the programming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's to come. He moved his truck over about a month ago, so he'll be moving equipment. We've got to, build this up. We've got to close it in, but it's going to be a really nice space.
All right, perfect.
We're gonna hop off right here, and we're gonna walk.
Okay.
There. Okay.
All right. All right, we're getting off. Y'all can hear old people sounds. That's me. All right. But we're going to get off and walk in this area so that we can see what other treasures we can find back here on this land. This is awesome.
All right. So this is kind of behind that bamboo farm that you saw earlier.
All right. Here we go.
And this is what we're going to call a cozy fire pit area.
Nice.
So we are going to place a fire pit here in the middle of the ground. We have these logs that we're going to put up, and hammocks will hang from them.
Nice.
And then we've got a swing set we'll put out here, and this will be a very tranquil space.
Nice.
For you to come out and just enjoy. You've got the bamboo
right.
And we'll put some nice little decor out here, but it'll be a really grown and sexy type of feel.
Nice. I love it. A wonderful use of the space. All of these wonderful, like you said, little hidden treasures back here. It's awesome. And that fire pit's gonna be nice.
Of our supplies, we need hands.
That's it.
We need hands.
Hands on deck, people. All of these wonderful projects. So, if you're project minded and you enjoy doing things like this, come out and support and help. If you're in the Metro Atlanta area, come on out and assist. Okay? Awesome.
These are going to become flower beds.
Nice.
Or garden beds, I should say. Each one will have a different, so it may be a strawberry.
Nice.
Maybe, a herb, flower, fruit.
Right.
vegetable flower. Each
Gotcha.
one. And behind each one will be a mural that's painted by a local artist. And we will then place here, strawberry and the artist's information.
Nice.
Basil and the artist's information. And again, that way we are including the community.
Yes.
So people came and helped plant, but then you'll be able to turn this into beauty.
Yes.
Because again, these were dog kennels. So
Right.
each one of these had fences that came
Wow.
up, and dogs were able to run through. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've got to change the feel and the look.
That's it.
So we're being very creative.
Yes.
Like I said, this is a space for creative.
That's it.
We're just going to paint the walls.
That's it.
Make it very vibrant.
That's it. But it's going to be beautiful. And for those of you with vivid imaginations, you can imagine, you can see it.
Yes.
You can see it. And it's going to be great to come back and see, some of these things actually come into fruition. So I'm excited about that. This is just the before. Y'all are getting a little bit of the before. And then, when we see some of the things that you'll be doing later on, this is going to be great.
And we try not to overwhelm people because, again, if you come and help, you're not looking at the big picture. We just need you to help with the area in which you're helping with. So,
there you go.
We're showing you the land, but do know that we're not expecting you to come over and help with every component.
Right.
You get to kind of pick and choose.
Right.
Hey, I'd like to work in the garden, or hey, I have some experience with the fire pit.
Right.
So these here were the same thing. They were kennels.
Oh, wow.
Okay, but we've made them into storage spaces.
Right.
So we had these doors built.
Oh, nice.
And we'll use these for storage.
And that's plenty of storage space. It goes all the way down to the end where we came through.
So it's kind of showing
awesome.
you how something like this
Right.
turned into something like this.
Like this. Wow. And it doesn't take too terribly long for it to, come into fruition. But again, like she said, you'll take areas like this, and then they'll turn around and be repurposed into areas like this. Okay, so it's possible,
It's possible.
It is possible.
Yeah, I don't want to scare anyone. I don't expect anyone to have that vision exactly like myself. And again, I spoke a lot in the first interview about phases.
Yes.
And that is why it's not going to happen overnight.
No.
But look at it. It's happening.
That's it. It's happening.
So this happened, I think we had those built top of 2022.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
We're going to turn this into a greenhouse nursery.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to cover the top and, screen it all in and allow this to be where we plant the seeds.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you plant your seeds here, and then you take your seeds after they've grown and you put them into those beds that I'm showing you we will eventually have in different spaces.
All right, and that was the back side of where we were, where those flower beds and things are going to be.
And
that's
this is the front side.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to do the exact same thing here. Each one of these will be a bed, vegetable, flower, herb, vegetable, flower, herb.
Gotcha.
Okay, each back will have a painting from a local artist. So there's 24 slots, 12 on this side,
and 12 on the other.
Side.
Okay. Awesome.
I'm really hoping that this is done by the end of this year.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to kick this. It's called the Beautification Mural Project.
Okay.
And we're looking to kick this off this summer.
Awesome. That's going to be magnificent. And when it's done, I'm so excited because I will be back and we will be back. She will be back on the How Now podcast and she will be showing some of the wonderful work that's continuing to be done here. So this is awesome. This is amazing.
These were dog kennels as well. We cut the fences down and we have made this what we call our uncovered patio.
Okay.
So we placed boarding down. We're gonna put the green carpet down here.
Okay.
Okay. Put your table with your orange umbrella.
Okay.
J Blade.
Orange and blue.
Yeah. And, we've already got the umbrellas and the table. We just need to finish some of the work, but this again, you'll be looking at beautiful fresh herbs with greens, and you'll be out here on like a little grass.
And the smell will be
amazing. On your mimosa or your orange juice, whatever it is that you enjoy.
Right.
Just enjoying nature in this space.
That's it. We're going to get some of that wine that we talked about.
Yes, that muscadine wine.
That
That's
muscadine wine. Okay, y'all just come back here and relax. This is beautiful. It's a beautiful space.
Thank you. This is going to become like, I call it my kiddie area.
Okay.
Because I believe in, I know that a lot of time, parents or families have a hard time getting places because they don't have childcare or something.
Right.
So a lot of the events that we host here, we do intend to have childcare.
Okay.
And so you'll be able to drop the kid off, and this will be like a little playground for them.
Right.
And they can go in that door, and inside of there is where they'll be housed.
Nice.
But while they're here, they're looking at the goats, or they're planning something.
Right.
Or they're definitely not just sitting in a room. They
Absolutely.
will be learning.
Right.
And so when you pick them up, they're like, "Mom, I don't want to go." They're gonna have so much fun.
Right.
They're waiting on you to go on your next date here at the ranch because they
That's
want to
it.
get dropped off
That's
at
it.
the kiddie center.
That's it.
So,
That's it.
we
love
definitely
it.
have the little ones in mind.
That's
The
awesome.
whole family is important.
That's it. That's
from,
it.
From young to senior citizen, everybody
That's it.
needs a place.
That's it. The communities are made up of families of all different shapes and sizes. So we want to make sure that we, attend to all of them.
Right.
Okay, this is another great space right here.
So this is called the covered patio.
Okay.
So we're going to get, covered up, like the little slits that are open. But then this is your area where you have tables and chairs.
Mm-hmm.
The middle will be like your dance floor.
Okay.
And then the back is where your load in for your DJ or your
Okay.
band.
Yes.
It's right here.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And that load in leads to that breezeway.
Okay. What
Yes,
we were talking
just
about.
to make
Okay.
that connection for you.
Yes.
So that's the breezeway, and they can park and kind of load in their equipment and then go and park their car.
This is awesome.
and you're
Okay.
jamming.
Hey. All right.
Some
Look.
live music.
Okay.
And looking at beautiful scenery.
I love it. I love it. They'll have the artwork to look at right over there. This is going to be amazing.
And then this door, I'm not going to open it, but it leads back to that cozy fire pit area.
Oh, nice.
So it'll all be connected.
All of it will be connected. So you can be on the open patio, you could be on the covered patio, or you could go out there and go into that cozy spot there. Oh my goodness, just the fluidity.
Some of that plastic that you'll see at, some of the restaurants where we can use this space winter or summer and insulate it because of the propane
Gotcha.
tanks. We have a line that will heat this space.
Oh.
And then in the summertime, we can actually cool this space.
Wow.
So that's again why it's considered the covered patio. When we have events, sometimes we've got your senior citizens, or not just them, but I definitely am considering them. And they need an area where they can cool down because it can get really hot out here.
That's it.
So we're trying to prepare that for them as
That's
well.
a lot of forward thinking. And I mean, that's magnificent. Because, sometimes you don't think about those things and then you're like, oh, man, but as much of it as you can get prepared, in these beginning stages.
Yeah.
And like you said, having people who are knowledgeable and who know, they can come out here. They can tell you, oh, well, make sure you run a line for this and make sure you do things before you get things covered. And then you have to go and dig things up because you forgot to add this. So it's wonderful, to see this happen in the beginning stages. This is exciting.
Thank you.
It is exciting.
All dog kennels. I mean, everything was a kennel. Everything here was a kennel.
My
of
goodness.
Those pieces that I showed you in that pasture.
Yes.
This is where they came from. These
Wow.
pieces that were cut.
Yes.
On all these areas.
Wow.
And so, yes, it's definitely transforming. And then this gate just leads back out to where we started.
Okay.
The parking.
I see. Oh, wow. Awesome.
That pretty much concludes
Yes.
our tour. We do
Yes.
have a building, but the building is not ready to go in. We're going to focus on outdoor events.
Yes.
And just kind of, again, start somewhere and grow. So at maybe next year, we'll be able to take another tour.
Yes.
And we'll take you guys on the inside of the building.
Yes.
And show you what the plans are for that.
Awesome. And that will conclude our tour of the Jade Blade Ranch. It was wonderful to be able to see all of the sights and sounds, the cute little goats that were out there feeding and frolicking, and also being able to see the chickens and the wonderful eggs that they produced. And to be able to go out there and see the horses running free, it's just a beautiful space. And then also to get an opportunity to see the family and how much of the community is involved in this wonderful project. Her uncle, her wonderful mother, Alice, who is out there putting her hand to the plow every day, and also the beautiful Crystal Blade for being able to take on this project and all that comes along with it. It's a huge responsibility, and we thank her for opening the doors for us to the J Blade Ranch. And that will do it for this edition of the How Now podcast, where we talk about how to live in the now. And until I see you the next time, I say peace.